my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan and this guy.
Steven.
Oh, it's Steven. Oh, okay.
I realize I'm new here.
He's new here. He's just, yeah. But we're having a battle today. And that's why, I'm being a little bit making fun of the guy. So it's a battle of the artists, a battle of the golden age artists. So we each pick two artists, different artists, of course, and we're going to show which ones we think are the best. And hopefully you guys will choose the best Allan. That's what the title is. That's what the title suggests. And that's the way you should be voting.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that. What was that again?
And so, it's basically, go by the cover. Don't go by the personality. It's like, because nobody likes me. I'm really sad. I'm really sad when it comes to that.
Good Lord. Where did I put that violin?
Okay. So this
For you, I need a cello.
This is going to be a battle. We're each going to show 10 books. And it should be a fun one where we're kind of
Well, then we'll do 10 and then we'll vote for those two. Yes. And then we'll vote for the second set.
Exactly. I was getting there. I was getting to the rules.
And if we're tied at the end, then we'll have a if you want to draw, or we can just go pick one book to show and then have that be the winner. And I know what I'm going to pick.
Exactly, Kenny. I'm so sad. So this time, like, sympathy votes are welcomed if they're for me. That's all I have to say.
Louis says we show up every Monday and Friday just so you know how much we do not like you, Allan.
Exactly.
But incidentally, to those of you in Canada, that is a joke. That is what we say, tongue in cheek.
That's
otherwise they wouldn't be showing up.
They're hate watching me on a consistent.
They're hate watching. Isn't it great?
So
we have the nicest chat, don't we?
Exactly. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good battle. I got to find some more books. I'm missing 2 books. But, we already got a vote for Susie Q.
Well done.
So Susie Q votes count as for me. So that's the way that works. Okay. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for voting for me. And,
we haven't started yet. Allan, okay. Allan, we haven't started yet. You're already counting the votes. We haven't shown one book.
I'm just preparing the audience. I'm preparing them. I'm getting them.
I see. This is Canadian politics. I can tell.
Yes. If you want to vote for Steven, it's $100 super chat. If you want to vote for me, it's free. So that's how it works.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will give you some idea of how.
I'm so desperate to win. Okay. So it should be a fun show. I'm just being silly. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to quickly say hi to the chat.
Hi to the chat.
Hi to the lovely and wise and.
Oh my God! Listen to the buttering up. I wanted to say how lovely and wonderful you are. I love you all so much. Exactly. Allan, it's not going to work because our guys are tough and they've got they type very sharp. Mm-hmm. Mr. K. Munin in particular. And there are others who follow suit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got K. Munin first. This guy is not allowed to vote. Okay. And we got Lewis. Hi, Lewis.
Hi, Louie.
And we got
Robbie Josephs.
And we got Mark. Hi, Mark.
Mr. Mueller.
And we got John Harrison.
Hello, John. John just got a bunch of books, I hear. 30 books, no. I think. He said that he had got 30. 30. Yeah, that's 30 is... Oh, okay. Look at that.
Okay, I see a super chat. I'm going to get there. I'm going to say thank you when I get there. Hopefully not ban you. Okay. It's like a thing.
Just don't, yeah. Don't block him. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt. Wow. They talk a lot. But they talk very well.
That's what you want. You want to have everybody having fun. Hi, AG. Hi, Aubrey.
And we got Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
We got Kenny Numbers.
Kenny?
We got some fiddle chips in the house.
Hi, Fiddle.
And we got Mark Marshall.
Stephen automatically wins. You see, the chat is
Oh my goodness.
intelligent. It is very intelligent.
Fiddle, come on, man. Work with me. Okay.
Well, work with me, people. Work with me.
um. Okay. Oh, okay. I like this comment. Oh, you pay us.
Fair. Now we're getting down. Well said, John.
Okay. And then we got
Isn't
Don.
that politics? Don't people? Hi, Don. Have
Hey.
we seen Don
Hi,
before?
Don. No, that's a new one.
Hi,
That's a new
Don.
one.
Welcome
Hi, Don.
aboard. Nice
Welcome
to see
aboard.
you.
And thank you for the super chat.
Very nice, Robbie. Thank
Okay,
you.
I just want to edit this comment. Thank you both, but Allan Moore. It would be just a little bit.
But Alan Moore is not here. Alan
But
Moore
Allan
is
Moore's
he's
not here.
busy with other comic book projects, Alan. He can't be here.
And we got Red Matos
Hi, Red.
and Condition Not Considered.
Are you new?
I've seen him once before. I've seen him.
Well, in any event, nice to see you, Condition.
Yeah.
I want to see what condition my condition's in.
My number one rule is whoever shows the most uncensored booby books automatically wins.
Well, there will be boobies, but they can't be uncensored.
Actually, I might have one that might count. What sort of? It's sort of yeah. It's sort of you know the Cayman one.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Sort of.
Hi,
Okay,
Bleak.
so, hi, Bleaker. Okay, so let's get started. Remember how this works. Stephen's going to show 10 inferior books, and then I'm going to show 10 superior books, and then you're going to vote according to me. Okay? And
Archivist, you always say this. There's a guy named Comic Journey, and his standing trope is asking whether we're live or it's an old recording.
We are live.
Jason, I would appreciate it if that particular phraseology, because CJ wore that thing out so bad that I mean, every time he did it, I wanted to block him, and he meant it jokingly. So you kind of walked in on a tender spot, like really sore gum or something.
Mm-hmm. So okay, so yeah, Stephen's going to show 10 books. I'm going to show 10 books,
and then we'll vote.
I'm going to drop a voting line in the chat. You're going to vote. How should we do it? Like
Stephen or Alan?
Yeah, keep it simple. Okay, and yeah, we'll keep it simple.
Stephen and unnamed at this time.
Unnamed at this time.
Unavailable.
Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. So we're going to start. I want to mute myself while I'm digging for 2 more books.
Okay, you go ahead and mute yourself. Are you muted? He's muted. Oh, so good. All that static. Ladies and gentlemen, static. I have Rad Art and Comics, Rad Art and Culture. Aaron did this Supergirl for me. He did it on Bleeker's Church, and it just turned out great. I asked for a bare midriff, and she's sort of floating up above the city. Very cool. And then up here, I have my wonderful back issues by our good friend Dave Stevens. There's a Gus Ricca. I was going to say Carrie always. Kelly Frias, Dan DiCarlo, Alex Schomburg, Bill Ward. I don't know. I think that might be the guy. Let's see. ACG is. It'll come to me. And then there's Matt Baker. There's this poor gal with the poker. Here's a Schomburg. There is a Mac Rayboy, and there is Eisner. Oh, I can't remember his name. Anyway, I'm going to start with Alex Schomburg. And I have shown quite a few Schomburgs, and I have collected Schomburgs these many years, since 1988. And so the thing about Schomburg was that he was in so many different companies. So it was obvious that whatever agreement he had with, if you think that Standard Needor or Timely or whatever, he floated between, and he also did MLJ, and he did let's see what else. He did others. He did a whole manner of different comic companies. And it's wonderful because all of a sudden here comes a Schomburg cover, Ace Comics, things like that. It's really cool. So Schomburg really got around, and that's more than just comics. He was pulps. He was like that Gaiety thing. He was like astrology books, covers of astrology, and he would do interior pictures as well. A lot of them he would sign the pictures, the little ones that he would do. It was really he just was a prolific and wonderful artist, and he had several styles that he would do where they would be more frenetic and sometimes less frenetic and more character centric. I'll show you what I mean. Um, while he was doing work for Standard Needor, Standard, which is run by Ned Pines. Ned Pines did Standard, and he also did Fiction House. So you don't really hear about Ned Pines that much, but he was really a big wheel in the comic industry. Um, and so in the mid to late 40s, um, he went out and got the rights to do various characters that were in newspapers. He would negotiate, and he would then print reprints of Sunday funnies of these characters. Here is one. This is Captain Easy, who was a very popular newspaper strip. And you can see that he is signed at Zila right down here at the bottom. Sometimes he doesn't sign them. Sometimes he doesn't. And sometimes he'll sign Schomburg. It just was just sort of how he felt about it. But the gal leaves no question who it is, and his little buddy, Captain Easy's little buddy, his name Ralphie or whatever his name is got an arrow heading right to his neck, and he got the bones and all this stuff, and they're getting ready to put the girl in the pot. They wanted to have a little spicy soup. So that's number one. Number two is another departure. This is Harvey, because he did Harvey covers too. That was Standard, the alley-oop. This one is Green Hornet, and this is during World War II, and the Green Hornet did quite a bit of. He was very patriotic and had some really cool covers. In this vintage, you always had a very large trade dress. And then the cover, you'll see how then the line is drawn and then the picture starts. Now, the reason they did this was because the shelves that they would put them on, all you could see would be the trade dress. You couldn't see the picture. But they wanted to make sure that the title names stuck out. And that's why you get a lot of books that look like this. Because in the day, that was how they would present them to the public at newsstands to buy. Oh, hey, Who Dat? Nice to see you. At least I think it's Hey Who Dat. Yeah, there's Hey Who Dat. So you'll notice inside you've got all manner of stuff, planning and explosives. And what is this, a submarine pen? No, it's a B-29. They have the plans. See, this is late in the war. Yeah, this is 1945. So by this time, the Japanese were being bombed by B-29s coming off of Tinian. And they were dropping bombs, and they had problems with that because bombing Tokyo, the upstream airstream coming off of Mount Fuji and its environs would throw, if they were higher up where the Japanese fighters couldn't get them, which was better, but at the same time the bombs didn't hit where they wanted. Hello, Lord of Brooklyn. That they couldn't hit what they were trying to hit. So that's when Kurt LeMay came up with this low-level incendiary bombing with the B-29s and other aircraft. And they just wiped all of the manufacturing centers in Japan were pretty much flattened. And that policy was extremely efficient. Bombs away LeMay. So that's number two. Number three, again with Mr. Schomburg, this is a timely book. This is from 1944, the fall of 1944. It's Daring Comics number 9, and it's a white pager. And what's interesting about this, it has all of the things. You're in a cellar. You've got the torch coming through the wall. You have all these. Schomburg would always put these big sumo guys, And then you'd have the rank and file guys down below scrabbling around like bugs, okay? And then
That's
they had and then they have the great sharks. And a lot of times this is what the
it's two these
colorists
little
would do.
triangles.
This is this is what the colorists would do. They would make the sharks pink. Now maybe they were eating a lot of shrimp. I don't know. Maybe they were. But and like it's sort of like pink like flamingos, like what they just they're all pink. But instead of eating the and the other thing about this, these are nationalist Chinese officers that are being tortured for information. So
Mhm.
this was when China was and Chiang Kai-shek were going at it hammer and tong with the Japanese. And so out of every corner comes something. He signed it down there in the corner, Schomburg, and it would seem like with frickin' laser beams, are they ill-tempered? And so then you have like down in the corner here, this here, right there. You got a guy. It's
Yeah,
just and what's happened is the Submariner is chomping the hell out of these guys, and the sharks are eating the Japanese guys. One guy's got an arm in its mouth, about ready to get lopped off. This one down at the bottom is getting his head bit off. This is
crazy.
this is classic Schomburg, timely Schomburg.
Hmm.
That's three. Here is now this one is more character centric, but it is a timely. This is Miss Fury #6, and this is
Oh,
an Alex Schomburg cover, and you can and it's a stair cover too. But the thing about this, the little tricks that you can see that it's Schomburg. You see the punch bowl. It's decorated
oh,
punch bowl. Hello, Rad. I have Supergirl up. See,
oh yeah.
and so and you have the crowd down below. He puts a lot of dimension and movement into his covers, and he always seems to have Miss Fury swinging in, kicking various people and smacking them. She's smacking someone with jewels. But on top of that, what you have, her tail is no longer there. And
Hmm.
she had her cape is red with black. Sometimes it would be orange. I mean, the tail and the cape would kind of change as it went along. But they only publish this book twice a year.
Yeah.
So you've got eight or nine books in the entire run of Miss Fury, and it went from the beginning of World War II to the end of World War II. So in other words, two a year for the entire war. She does look like it, but
Yeah.
Miss
Miss
Fury,
Fury is first.
she was in the newspaper. She was called the Black Fury to begin with, and then they decided to change the name to Miss Fury in order
Hmm.
to because I think that female characters, and this one in particular, was very popular in the newspapers because of Tarpe Mills, and Tarpe didn't know how to draw covers because she was just a newspaper person. And so what Timely did was he said, "We know you need help getting the covers," and they assigned Alex Schomburg to help. And
Hmm.
so when you see Miss Furies, you'll see either a Schomburg cover or you'll see a Schomburg layout that Tarpe Mills did. And sometimes they get it wrong. They think it's Schomburg when in fact you look at the characters and you know that it's Tarpe Mills. All
The
right,
other
there's
thing
that.
that's cool about those covers, whenever she swings in, she's always taking out at least two people,
Multiple,
multiple people.
but she's wearing the suit that was this magical suit that was an African shaman's, and her
Hmm.
uncle got it from the witch doctor, and then she got the suit, and of course she can't be wearing anything underneath it because it's skin tight. I mean, there's no. I mean,
There's no
there's
movement.
just there. I don't think you could wear foundations with this thing. And Marla Drake looks great, and the suit gives her agility and strength and endurance, stamina, quickness, and all this other stuff. But the other thing about it, which made it interesting that she put into the plot, it was all her plot, and it's a great story, was that sometimes it would be good luck, and other times it would be bad luck. And she didn't know from each time she wore the suit whether the luck would go bad, and there were guys that were her friends that got snuffed out because she was fighting the Germans, fighting the Nazis, and they were in Brazil in South America. Very exotic, very cool. Okay, this is another timely, and again, this is more of the in keeping with timely, and it's Captain America #28, during the war. And this is where the colorist, once again, drove Schomburg crazy because that's the Red Skull. And they painted him purple.
Yeah,
Why?
the
Why? I
purple
mean, don't
skull.
they know? Don't the colorists read these things? I mean, it's the Red Skull. Now,
No, it's the purple skull. This is
yes,
the
well,
first appearance of the purple skull.
it's his cousin. It's ridiculous. But it's again, from every angle there's knives and guns, and Cap is coming in with his hands going through various places on all these chains. The other thing that he did, and a chain swinging in on from out of the top of the corner, he broke boundaries on his covers. His art would just go right through the trade dress and stuff. Really cool. And so, but you'll notice that they want to be sure that Bucky's dead. So they've got 5,000 pounds of pressure that's going to be lowering down the spikes onto Bucky. I don't think 5,000 pounds is enough. I want 10,000 pounds to kill that guy. Next is a Marvel mystery comic. I'm trying to give you a variety here. Timely, this one was actually part of the collection of Frank Bruner, who was a great artist, as you know, Bronze Age. He was really, really good. And so here is the Marvel Mystery Comics 31, and it is a great, great story with a Human Torch cover. Again, Toro, who supposedly is fire, he is a fire guy. I didn't quite understand how a branding iron would hurt him because he's basically I don't know, he would lose his power with great regularity as necessary to the plot. But this is another Schomburg thing. Either the Japanese or the Germans, or German, because this has the whole thing. It has the KKK swastika covered. You have the head swastika guy in the throne. That's a trope. And having these braziers where they've got these crank braziers, with charcoal to fire up these branding irons. And they got two of them, and they were going to brand Toro up one side and down the other. It really is something. And Schomburg would make a political statement sometimes. And I think that one of them is that one great cover where he's got the Hitler and Goering and Goebbels getting on the plane, and the fire from the aircraft is burning on the backside of Goebbels. Liar, liar, pants on fire. An actual physical joke. And then they had, and Hitler had a crutch because they tried to kill him in Poland. But the table was too, Valkyrie, the table was too heavy and they didn't kill him. Screwed him up though. But this almost is a metaphor for what the Germans were doing to Europe and their sphere, where Toro represents Europe. Yeah, he's feeling blue, so it's going to be purple. Very well done. But you got the crowd of the monocled officer and then the goon GI, the goon Nazi guys. I don't know who this guy up there is. He is another officer. But anyway, it just has all kinds of it, and his Human Torch is drawn so well.
Good
Next,
stuff.
I will show this one. I've shown, what I'm showing you tonight are not the big boys that you see all the time. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to show you interesting ones and variety. Now, I am going to show you this one just because it is
It's
such an
beautiful.
amazing cover. And
You just said you're not going to show the big boys, and then you pull out a big boy.
I said I'm only going to show one, and this is the one big book. And the
Mhm.
reason I do is because it is so important that lest we forget.
That's a good one.
Now, I told you that with Miss Fury, that you would have the tail would come and go, and the cape would come and go. This is Miss Fury #1, and the cape is gone, but she's got a tail. So it's just one of those fun things.
Mm.
Again, with the swinging by a staircase, although this was the first one, and again, where you have action all around, but this is not as frenetic as the more mainstream Timelies. This one is more character centric. And even though this is from 1942, the winter of 1942, it does not appear that these are Nazis. These are merely crooks.
Actually, our archivist explained it's not a tail.
A whip plug.
Yeah.
Ew. Okay, so
No.
I have two more.
Two more.
This one is from Avon. So Schomburg even was over on Avon as well as Ace. Um, and this is one of the coolest ones. This is the Saint number 4 from Avon, and this is 1948, and it is Simon Templar as the Saint, and the Frail, which I think is probably one of his squeezes of some sort,
Hmm.
Pamela or whatever her name was, but a 6'5", and it is cream to off white, which is generally how there's where there's a whip, there's a way. You'll notice that the guy is drawn okay, but look at the degree of detail that he would do. My God, I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
That is no, that's a Matt Baker. Oh,
It's a
you
Matt
put a
Baker.
Baker in a Schomburg. I was like, yeah.
I
Uh,
made a mistake. I
that's not a
apologize.
Schomburg. That's not a Schomburg. He grabbed the
I
wrong pile.
apologize. I
He
can't
grabbed the
take
wrong
credit for
pile.
that. It's Matt Baker.
That
Baker
no,
comes later.
yeah, you'll show that later.
I apologize. No, that one that I had it wrong. You know, guys, I am getting older. I saw that and I misread it. I apologize.
Oh, that
And
was
then
I
the
thought that was from your Baker pile. You just grabbed it from the wrong pile.
no, no, no. I don't have piles. I have sections. All right. And the last one I'm going to show is one I just recently got here a little while ago. And I tried to buy this book when the Promise collection came out because there was a copy of this book for sale. And it went into the tens of thousands of dollars. And it didn't deserve that high of a price. It was a great book, but it didn't deserve to be that high. And that the cover I liked particularly because when I bought my Schomburg's last commissioned work, there were two other Schomburg paintings that were owned by Bob Overstreet that then became the property of Steve Jeppy. And he was selling them. And it was from USA Comics number 10 was a painting. And I really liked it, but I had to come up with the money to get the last Schomburg with the red skull. But this one, and I wanted to buy that, I couldn't afford it. And then this one showed up, and this one is also a book that is one of the it's a USA comics, and USA they weren't as plentiful as a lot of the other timelies, but Schomburg did some great covers, and this one really I love this cover.
That is great.
So those are all of my books for
Okay.
Mr.
Was
Mr.
that 10?
Schomburg.
Was that 10
That's
or
10.
9?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
it's
okay.
10.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so I'm going to switch to me. So I'm going to compete against Schomburg with LB Cole. So, which I think they're both great artists. But I'm actually more partial to Schomburg myself too. So but I actually hope that you guys will disagree with me and vote for LB Cole. So LB Cole, I kind of want to start out with a book that really highlights the way that people really think of LB Cole. They think of the black light artist. They think of the kind of the types of colors that he would use, the really vibrant colors that were a little bit weird. Well, this book kind of showcases all of those traits. And so the thing that is interesting about LB Cole compared to Schomburg, if you look at Schomburg during his timely era, lots of details, lots of like little intricate things, but it's pretty obvious what those details are. The difference with with LB Cole is there's lots of details, but you don't get them off the first pass. You really have to look at the book to see all the fine details, and this is kind of no exception to that. Let me just pull it out of the. So you'll see what I'm saying. So at first you get like, oh, the skull, the hand, but inside the hand is this weird guy. And inside, at the very bottom, there's this pool of blood. You can see at the bottom here. There's like a little man over here. There's like details that you don't notice until you start really looking at the cover. And
Which
that's
is surprising because on a newsstand, all you're going to get is that splash of the skull with the wig, and
Hmm.
then after you buy it, then there's a lot more to it. And I think that I will just say this, I
Hmm.
think that two things about LB Cole that are somewhat problematic. One is he always puts this huge text thing, and you can't even read the damn
Okay,
thing.
let's see
Okay,
if you guys can read it. Let's see if you guys can read it. It is really small text.
okay,
Walrus small
let me
text.
read it. It says vote for Stephen.
It
How
doesn't
in the
say,
hell did they
no,
know?
it doesn't say that. It says somewhere in the steppe mountain range, central Korea, a huge caverns yet unmapped by allied or enemy forces rises a forbidding appearance among the peaks of antiquity, and here is this somber labyrinth. It's like it just keeps on
What?
going.
It's a story.
It's like
It's
a
a
story.
story, and then but what he does is he hides. He gives you the headline, but he doesn't give you the attendance to the
Hmm.
cover until you get it under bright light and really study. And I think that I don't know if that helped him or hurt him on the newsstand.
Yeah,
That's just my thought.
this is a classic cover. I just, just a great one.
Hi, Cram.
Hi,
Hi,
Cram.
Chris O.
So I'm going to bring another one that's kind of another classic LB Cole. And this one is kind of a character study, is the way I see it. It's like,
He is. He does. He is
yeah,
good at
you've got
that.
all these kind of like different characters, different styles. And again, it's that lighting. There's almost like some lighting coming up this way where it's lighting up the guy's face. And it's just lots of details that you kind of will kind of notice over time.
Now,
Um,
are these just images, or are these actual characters, like the gal with the
these
mask
would be
down
these would be
below?
characters in the story. I don't know all the characters' names, so don't ask me about that. But
Is
this
that Doctor Mephisto there with the in the middle?
Dr. Mephisto cover, yes. So this is Dr. Mephisto right here. Um, and yeah, he's kind of one of the major characters.
Well, who's the little goofy guy up to the left there? What's that all about?
He's actually one of these racially insensitive ones. He's like a
What year
Chinese.
is this, Alan?
This is 1944.
Okay, well, obvious, yeah.
Okay,
Hi,
so this,
Chanko.
uh,
Oh, he's in Mexico.
oh yes, Chunko is in Mexico right now. So,
Hola, ¿qué
but
pasó?
again, this is like classic. Power Comics, I think, only ran 5 issues. I think I have all of them. So, but
Chico, que hambre tengo.
okay. So Power Comics is more crime kind of orientated. What a lot of people kind of associate with LB Cole is his horror. And I'm going to show you a classic horror cover for LB Cole. The
Boy, you're
starting
pulling
with,
out the big dogs, aren't you?
I'm pulling out a big dog for that. You
If
pulled
I'd
out a
known
pretty
that,
big.
I would have played. That's
Well,
all
you
right.
picked out some big ones too, so I gotta be somewhat competitive here. I actually love this cover too. So this is like me picking ones that I really like too. Um, so this one is the classic skull spider, the death spider.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
That's on the chest. You see the hourglass.
Yeah,
That's a Black
that's a Black
Widow.
Widow symbol, yes. And this one's a great floating head one too. You got all these floating heads. The guy's already snuffed out. It looks like the venom has already kind of done its work on him. The girl is like trying to get away. So this one has a little bit of good girl elements to it as well. And again, you get this crazy wall of text that nobody possibly can read. So yeah, this is Startling Terror Tales number 11. Another classic one. This is one of my favorite LB Cole covers that I'm going to show. I just love this cover. This next one. It's my number 4. We got,
I love that cover.
yeah, it's a classic one. So yeah, I'm gonna take it out of the
Is
plastic.
that Schomburg or is it LB Cole?
This is LB Cole.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Yeah, LB Cole was the one that did Catman. So yeah, so this is just a classic LB Cole. says right there, LB Cole. Okay.
Another misprint. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So
The
I just love
shark
this.
looks the same. The shark looks the same,
I
doesn't it?
know. I think it's because they didn't really know how to draw sharks.
Yeah,
It's not pink though. So
that's true. That's true.
if you're going to go by accuracy, at least it's not pink.
I agree with you. You win.
We win on color. So yeah, but this one I just love the colors on it. Again, it's one of those ones when you can still look. There's more details than what you might get surface wise. Each of you get all these bubbles and like the little fish, and I just like the way Kitten is
Well, the
drawn.
shark is wearing lipstick.
He's got lipstick. He's out. He's out
He's
to
out
make an
there.
impression. He's out
He's
to make
being
an impression.
himself, being
Yeah,
himself.
yeah. Okay, so that's
So listen, Alan, I want to give you a compliment on that book.
yeah,
This was before Star Publications when he was doing those
yeah.
covers.
These
And
are
I believe
Holyoke,
that was Continental or Holyoke.
continental Holyoke.
Yeah, they're saying okay. The nice thing about that is it's uncluttered, and look at the proport. He was so good, LB
This
Cole
is
at
really
proportions.
like one of
Look
the
at the
best.
proportions of Kitten down below and Catman coming in over the top, and then the fish
It's a
coming
yin and
by.
yang. It's a
It,
yin
it,
and yang. Like kind of like a yin yang kind of thing with the
it
balance.
is it is a beautifully composed and colored cover. It is a gorgeous book.
Yeah,
That is
I totally
gorgeous.
call it a baker. No bakers for okay for now. Um, we got another horror one. Another
Now
one
here
where
again, here it is a
it's
star.
yeah, this is Star, and the way Star worked was it's LB Cole's own publications, and basically these are reprints. He would basically reprint the interiors from earlier publishers, and he put his own covers on them. But it was what the covers is what made the books sell. These covers were just insane. Again, this kind of black lighting thing. He reused the skull a lot. You'll see the skull very often used. The reason I showed the first one was to kind of highlight the skull that he's quite well known for. Again, this one has so many little details that you don't notice until you start looking at it. You got the central figure, but then you got this little demon over here. You got these hooded figures over here and here. Another skull. Even I like the way the trade dress is done with the flames going through it and the bats above. It's just a really fun cover. I just really like this one. Again, you get the wall of text, but it's not as bad as some of the other ones. It's just a little wall.
There's so much more going on
Mhm.
here. The Continental and Holyoke ones that he did are far less frenetic than his Star covers.
Mhm. Okay. Um, since we were talking about sharks earlier, I'm going to show, like, I feel like I have to be a little bit fair because I showed a pretty reasonable, well drawn shark. This next one, the shark is just a little bit out to lunch. So this is Guns Against Gangsters. This is just
Classic cover.
it's a classic cover, but the shark, I don't know, is it a whale shark or what is it? But
It looks like a whale shark, but it's probably the way the nose is set. That's probably a tiger shark.
oh, okay, somebody knows their sharks. But this one is one of these good girl art covers. You got, I like shark covers. To me, this is LB Cole's Seven Seas. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Where it's like the girl and the shark, right? Um, I just like the fact that she's wearing high heels. If you're going to go swimming, folks, wear your high heels. It's
I mean, like you do,
like you do. Just a really, yeah. Um,
I like the teeth. I mean, they're very nice. It looked like he
oh yeah,
went to an ortho. He had some veneers
he has
installed,
some
right?
work done. Yeah,
He's had some work done there.
yeah. So that's that one. Um, this next one. Okay, I feel like I grabbed a lot of blacklight ones, but okay. This next one, I know both Stephen and I both love this next one. Okay. So this one, you have a prettier copy, but I still have a nice copy, a reasonable copy. But I love this book. It's just the funniest one. This is True to Life Romances. It is just one of those ones where what is going on? why does this guy with checkered top and purple pants get all the girls? He's got one girl that's like shocked in the like coming in.
Because his name is Carl, and his last name is Gland.
Yeah, exactly. Just a classic one.
Hi, Sue.
These ones with the fireplaces are kind of nice. Hi, Jerry, by the way, as well.
Hey,
Um,
Jerry.
and I think this is just such a classic cover. Um, you know, I think it's just
Yeah, Mavis has got the clamp on him, and Victoria is in the door, aghast.
mhm,
Again, the trope. And then Mr.
again,
Gland is there solving the problem, warming everything up there by the fire.
exactly. Yeah. Okay. I got three more to show. Okay, this next one is another one that has lots of details. Again, it's got the black lighting effect going on. This is Terrifying Tales,
Good Lord.
number 13.
Look at the script on the lower left.
I
My God.
know, isn't that
It
crazy?
draws the eye away from the babe in the foreground. What's that?
Yeah, again, this is one of those ones where it's a classic devil cover. You got this guy. He's actually wearing a devil suit. It's not even like it's not like where the horns are actually coming out of his head proper.
Well,
It's
unless
like
he has
he's
a red
wearing like a
suit to
cap.
cover the ears and the horns. The horns
Yeah,
go through the costume.
yeah. And then you got this, girl in bondage. She's actually in bondage in the foreground, and then you got these natives in the background.
So cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And I love fire covers too, like where there's flames kind of going up. So this one has all of those things, and it has a wall of text, so you can read all of this at home. Pause it right now, and you can read that. Okay. Um, but yeah, just this is the Death Fire. So classic devil cover. Okay, now Catman, like I really love Catman covers. So so you'll notice a lot of Catman on this list of LB Coles. And this is one of my favorite Catman covers. This is the snow one where you got the wolves surrounding them. And you got this guy in the back who's like got a whip and he's like controlling the wolves. I'm not sure how should I take it out of the plastic?
I would if I were you,
Yeah,
because those bags don't do it justice.
yeah, it's a little hard to see. That's the problem with the black ones. It's a little harder to see. But this one
Now,
is
is that snow coming down or
yeah,
volcanic ash?
it's snow.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at all the detail he put into that. It's really quite cool. I always like this one.
Is the wolf master there in the top? Is that like
Yeah,
a lasso or something? What
I
is
think it's a
that?
whip. I think it's a whip.
Ah, it is a whip. Yeah.
Yeah. So it says Dr. Macabre appearance. Yeah, hypodermic needle panels too. So
Very cool. That's such a
very cool.
cool book. The
Okay, my
Catman
last.
logo, the yellow and red Catman on that black at the top, just
Mhm.
pops. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, this last one. I don't even know if I should show this one. I love this book, but have my issues with it because
Hi, Biggie.
I overpaid for this book, but I do love this book, and that's why I'm showing it because I do love this book. It's another Catman one with Dr. Macabre on the
The
cover.
moon's gonna come up square tonight. You're showing that book. I'm stunned, actually.
I do love this one. It's a great cover. I like the fact that the villain is huge and the heroes are small and they're going up against him. I love the way the skull is done. Um,
It is a total non sequitur. Is that what's sitting on his desk in front of him is a skull with a candle alight?
yeah,
Boy, that
that's
Dr.
one,
Macabre is a bad cat.
that's one other thing that was interesting about LB Cole. He loved putting these skulls with candles on the top of them. There's so many covers where he does that. I don't know. He has these tropes that he does that I think this is an interesting one. But I love this book, but it is one where I overpaid. And I always kick myself when I see this book. But yeah, from 1945. And Kitten's secret identity revealed. So That's interesting. Okay, so those are my 10, and Stephen showed his 10. So now we're going to drop the voting line. So this is round one. I'm gonna drop the voting line. You guys can choose from us.
Stephen or Allan?
Yep, and it's going to be LB Cole or Schomburg. So I'm going to drop it right now, and you just have to put our names to vote for us. So go ahead, vote, and to see which one did you like better of the two. Okay. So yeah.
Do 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 do.
So vote now, guys. Oh, we got one guy that's very wise. Oh wait, no, not that one. Um, okay, so it looks like we got. You guys got to count. Okay, so one. So we got 2 for me, 3 for me, 3 for you, 4 for you, 4 for me, 5, 6, 7 for me.
You're gonna win.
I'm gonna win with LB Cole. That's interesting.
Thanks, Sue.
Even though I vote for Schomburg. Okay, and Sue. So I think that brings it close. 6 to 7, 7 to 7. I think 8 to 7, 9 to 7. Oh, it's really close. I think you won it this time. Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be Schomburg.
Well, it's close.
It was really close, very close.
Red Meadows
John,
gives you an LB.
yeah, so that was close. Wait, I gotta recount it now. It was really close. It was Stephen won with one hand tied behind.
Well, I got Lord of Brooklyn too, so I think I got you by one.
I think it was by one. I think it was like 9 to 8. If I counted right, I was sort of counting and then it kind of spammed. I sort of lost count.
Mr. Atkinson, are you there? Can you give us a count, Mr. Atkinson?
Yeah, Mr. Atkinson is the judge.
You can be the judge.
It was really close. I think it's 9 to 8 was my count for Schomburg winning. But Matt, if he's here, we need Matt.
Must have bailed out.
Matt bails out. Matt left.
Matt left.
Oh no. Matt would have voted for.
Okay. I think he would have voted for Schomburg. Okay. So now, I beat you in the first round. Now let's go to round 2.
Round 2. Okay, so
now I am going to go and show Matt Baker. I didn't mean to show that. That was embarrassing. I apologize. This one is, I haven't looked at this book for a long time, over a year. And the reason why it isn't with my other books these are all going to be Matt Baker books. But the reason I didn't was because I had it in with the magazines. And it is way oversized. It's at least a half of an inch or bigger, wider than a regular. I was matching it up against other Baker covers by St. John, and this thing is way bigger. And what's interesting is that instead of having a sort of a blank area on either side, there is art all the way on each side. You see what I mean? It's really cool.
yeah,
Reckless
really
Love
great.
almost ruined my reputation. My first fling. I gave romance the runaround.
Hello,
Thank you, Patel.
Patel.
You get to vote for what you like,
Yeah,
or which artist or that you like.
So the
then
thing that I like about Matt Baker that's really captured with that cover is you have like layers. So you have the first layer, which is the couple, right? Then you have the middle ground where there's a group. and then you have in behind that another group of people. So you get these layers, and then you have another fourth layer on the side there, like it looks like a mirror or some people a little bit hazy about how you can't really see them.
I think they're playing a pinball machine.
Oh yeah. You're right. Very appropriate for you to
Well,
put.
that's, and that only reprobate people have pinball machines, and they're in bars. Back in the day, until they had video poker, it was pinball machines. It was. They
Oh
had
wait,
roots and they would gamble.
if I have to tell the vote by Stephen Allan, I got 10 to 8.
Allan 10-8. Well,
Yeah.
if that's the case, Allan won. That's,
We'll
they say Schaumburg too, so that's what I was counting, the ones that say
hmm
Schaumburg as well.
Yeah. I think there might have been a couple repeats though, so that's why.
So that's the first one. Screwy back ad.
Oh
I voted for Allan. I need a shower. I feel dirty.
no. Oh, wait. If you count the artist votes, then it's okay. So maybe I thought there was a 1 point difference. It was
There you
really
were right.
close.
I counted one difference. I had one over you.
I
That's
thought it
all
was
I.
one over me. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, that's official then, Biggie Shack. Thank you. Now this is when Matt Baker had left the Iger House of Art, which was a packager. And he did work for the Fox Features Syndicate. He did work for Fiction House. And because they both provided artwork, they both provided comic books for those two companies. They were the packagers that created the books, and then the companies would then pay to have them done, commission them done, and then put their name on it. And that's how it worked. So anyway, but this was from St. John, and he left the Iger House about 1946-ish or so. This was when he was, that's when he left the Iger House. But this one is surprising because it's a little bit later. I guess he was still doing Standard Nedor. And it is Thrilling Comics number 61 from 1947. And it's an airbrush cover. So it's another one of the Jungle Princesses that is in the process. And who is this Jungle Princess, Allan? Allan, are you painting
Princess
the deck
Panther.
now?
Princess Panther.
Princess Panther, okay. And she's giving the croc right in the gut.
Hmm.
Just a
The
really
Croc
great.
doesn't look too happy about it. That's a Schomburg, isn't it?
Those were the two I swapped. That's what I did. I
Oh,
swapped them.
that's a Schomburg you just showed. So you're confusing me.
This went with my Schomburgs. That's I swapped two. So now I will show this one.
Show that one instead. Yes, I think it's just your piles got messed up.
I
That's what
swapped.
happened.
I apologize. This is the one I was telling you about. I've already explained it.
Yeah.
So there's that. Back with St. John and Matt Baker really, Archer St. John Jr. just really gave him his head to do as much as they used him for innumerable titles on St. John. This one is Authentic Police Cases, all true crime and detective cases. And it's just a great gal with looks like a grease gun. Not a grease gun. What is that?
I've lost 8 or 9 times on that book, trying to bid on it. I lost
It's all of
every time I
these,
lose on it.
it's a Thompson. All of these books, all of these St. John's, they're all about between 25 and 40, give or take, 30s. There aren't an awful lot of them. And a lot of the covers, this is one of the formats that they would use where they still have the newsstands. So they have that top banner, like I was explaining before, so that you could see it on the rack, Authentic Police Cases. And then the artwork below, you get one big picture, and then you get two others for other parts of the story, other stories. But she's just a great gun moll with the skirt cut all the way up almost to her trademark. It's beautiful. Here is another one. This is a very interesting book because the title and the label don't match up. It is really screwy. And trying to find this book by putting in a title and like on Go Collect or on then I don't think the computers know where to look for this book. This is Blue Ribbon Comics #4. Matt Baker cover. It's St. John publication. Blue Ribbon Comics #4. And it says Teenage Diary Secrets. Now, how do you get Blue Ribbon Comics #4 from Teenage Diary Secrets? I don't know. But this again is a trope where he's got the hot strawberry blonde. Isn't she beautiful? Has the corsage. They always have the two middle fingers together. That's a very distinctive. Artists almost always do that, where they, with the
Mm.
pretty girl, they'll put two fingers together. And now I don't know why, and it's generally the two middle fingers are together. Now maybe there's some secret message in that that I'm unaware of, but I always look for the secret message. That I don't know what that is. But she says the gal says, "You can't leave me here like this, Jock. You promised to take me home." He says, "Stop making a scene, Grace. My brother's waiting for us at the waiting for me at the corner. I'm going on alone." And Blondie, who is just insinuating herself against the wall. This is great, Matt Baker.
That's
Um,
what people go for, that kind of sultry look of the woman.
oh, he just his face, his proportions, the attitude, both physically and facially by Matt Baker is what defines him as the king of the good girl artists. He is the top, in
And this
my
would be a
opinion.
Dana Dutch story inside, right?
And I was just going to say that. And the thing about St. John is that they had the art for Matt Baker. What do I draw? What shall I draw? What is my muse? Well, his muse was Dana Dutch, which this guy, and he was the seediest guy. It was always the dark underbelly
Mhm.
of the, like there was one story where these two girls get sucked into it. They're underage. They take them to a motel and have their way with them, and then they
Oh
have to go
wow.
back and then they nullify it because these guys are bigamists. I mean, it's so dark. And then the girls are walking down the street holding each other, and all the crows are the old ladies and everybody are looking at them. Jezebel, Jezebel. That's Dana Dutch. He basically can find the ickiest things, and then Matt Baker makes them real with his beautiful art. And the other thing that he did, which is so amazing, is his panel construction inside is extremely inspired. They always are round and they're coming through the panels. They have like trapezoids and rhomboids and other shapes that basically cater. The panel would cater to the actual character. So you could have a gal that's the whole page on the left, and then you have sort of a circle of little panels that go around that are, I mean, it's really inspired. It's interesting and
Mhm.
innovative is what Baker did. If you're not, you don't really recognize it right away because you're drawn to the art. It's just really, really cool,
Mhm.
I think.
I
Here is
agree.
another Here is another Teenage Temptations. No, this was Blue Ribbon Comics or Teenage Diary Secrets. Diary Secrets, of course. The girls are writing naughty stuff in their diaries, and we get to read it, and it's all true. So here
Mhm.
is Teenage Temptations #8. This is from June of 1954, and here is a gal that this guy has been grooming to be a lady of the night. And the boyfriend or the guy that's trying to rescue this, almost always it's a redhead. And look, this is totally Dana Dutch and Matt Baker. Here is the brute. No, you keep out of this, Fenton. I'm not I'm not losing the time and dough I invested in this chick. So he basically is twisting her arm. She's all legs akimbo and disheveled and trying to get away and have his way with her, and other guys have their way with her
Mhm.
in this squalor. And but look, again, the guys are drawn nicely, but look at the detail of the
I
girl.
know there's so much more detail in the
I
girl.
mean, and her, it just she's
Her
this
dress is ripped, like
her
the top
her
is ripped.
skirt is
Yeah.
right up against the border of her trademark. It is
Hmm.
really good. So this is what you get pre-code, and this here, that girl right down at the bottom. This cover for what it represents and how Baker can draw that can communicate the story just by how he draws her and beautifully so. Matt
Hmm.
Baker, Matt Baker. Here's another one. This is great. This is Wartime Romances.
I was wondering if you're going to bring one of those because it seems to fit with what you're showing. Yeah.
Um, Confessions of an Army Wife. Wartime Romances. True romantic adventures in the armed services. This one is from, again, this is St. John, and it's 1952. So August of 1952. So this, and it would have been out sooner. But this is Korean War. And on the cover, there's this blonde. She's a bad cat. Here's this blonde, and
Oh.
she's got on leave with this guy. So she says, "But Brad, if you're leaving for Korea tomorrow, it would be silly for us to marry now." He says, you don't have to say any more, Nancy. I should have seen through you before. You said you'd marry me just so you could come to Hawaii with me for a spree at my expense. Dana Dutch. Isn't that? And she is
He's
just
doing like the pose.
smoking hot.
Yeah.
But oh, darling, I don't know.
But by the way, can't you see just in her face the canteen Kate a little bit?
Yes, it's very
Yeah.
distinctive. I found out with tragic consequences how much tempting a boy can take. Look at this Marine. She says, "I'm tempting this Marine." I found out how much I could tempt him. And then he climbed Mount Suribachi. Okay, and then up above, everyone called me efficient but plain, so I set out to prove they were wrong. I'm not
Mm.
entirely sure what's happening there. But anyway, Blondie is a bad cat.
That's a really pretty book. Like
Thank
I
you.
like the colors on it. It's really good.
Um, we're still in wartime romances because it's wartime. This one is number 16. Um, but there isn't time, honey. My battalion is leaving for the port of embarkation. I won't cry, Bob. I know you love me, but please come back. This was one of the first ones
Oh.
I bought because this gal, Honey, Honey has a fabulous ass. I mean,
Yeah,
let's
it
not
does.
kid around about
Yeah.
it. And she's got the perfect tight little
You can even
uh,
see her thigh, what it would look like.
top. Well, the glute is unencumbered.
Hmm.
This art. It's just intimate stories of. She doesn't have to work out. It just God gave it to her. It
Hmm.
says here intimate stories of love and heartbreak as told from true experiences. I think the true experiences are, hey, Fred, what's our true experience? I think you're going to get some gal by a battleship or something. Hey,
Hmm.
that's good. I'll run with that. It must be true. But
Hmm.
anyway, but she is beautiful. And this guy's pushing her off, and she has a marriage license in her hand. But look at her face. This is classic Matt Baker. The whole thing right there, boy. What a great, what a great cover, I think. The very first one that I bought, Matt Baker book that I bought when I started about 2 years ago. I had been doing stuff with Allan for a while. Um, but this one came up, and the reason it came up was I was trying to buy a Cindy comic, a Ken Bald Cindy covered Cindy comic, Timely, and or Marvel, and I called. I saw the guy posted it. I said, I called. I emailed or texted him. I said, "Is that for sale?" He says, "No, that's not for sale." And then I got it 2 weeks later anyway. But he said, "But I do have a book for sale." And he says, "And it's a Matt Baker." I said, "Oh, really? What is it?" So he sent me a picture. I had not seen it before, and this book set the hook in me to start because that Wartime Romances came after this one. This was the first one, and it's Diary
Oh yeah.
Secrets number
We both
16.
bought it at the same time. That book.
And this one, it's a panel swipe from another book, but
Mm-hmm.
the whoever the of course St. John Archer St. John Jr. is the editor. He saw this panel and liked it so much. He says we're going to put that on the cover, and there's not a triple picture. It's a full size picture, which is really nice when you have the St. John's. But she is so lovely. And again, Matt Baker tells a story by posture and his proportion, the face, everything else. He is the king of Good Girl. She's really just lovely. Unfortunately, she led a double life. And then Dana Dutch gets to drag her down into the sludge and the mud and everything else. Why did you do that? I didn't know. I was so confused. Okay. I have two more, and that's it. Here is Diary Secrets number 30. Now, the thing about Diary Secrets, and basically this time frame, this is from September of 1955, which is I think this might be the very first code book for this title of Diary Secrets. Finding Matt Baker covers on code books, comics code books, is rare because his health was failing at this time. Because I think he died in 57, if I remember. If it's either 57 or 59, he had a bad heart. That's why he couldn't get into the service, which bothered him terribly. But and by this time, they had gone away from the bifurcated or trifurcated cover. And it is a beautiful gal in a ball gown.
Oh, I love that one.
And you get to have the girl full size and all these adoring love interests all around. It really is it's a very, very difficult book, low census to get this one. But anyway, it's one of my favorites. It's just, she's so lovely. There's that. And my last book is from a title called Cinderella Love. Now, Cinderella Love, there's that one party cover, which is the knee plus ultra. But this one I like actually a little bit better because it's one image. It isn't a whole bunch of little images all over the place. Although it's I would love to have that book. But this, I like it when they have a larger image just of the girl. And this is Cinderella Love, number 15. And again, she is just another redhead. Again, her fingers are so expressive. The colorist did a beautiful job on her dress. And again, you've got it's the Patsy Cline story, a poor man's roses or a rich man's gold, if you know the song. Anyway, I will not sing to you at this time. The Wall of Wealth.
Fingers are akimbo.
Her fingers are akimbo. She's implying something. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Her fingers just are akimbo. So you got Beau Brummel there waiting to take her inside and shower gems. And you got Clyde over there with his Carleton College shirt. And he and his gland are waiting for her with a posy. Which will she choose? So anyway, it's just, and very often with this cover, they are faded. And it's very common that this book,
a pink dress rather than a red
that it turns into kind of a faint pink dress. But this one has the full color as the beautiful red of the dress. Mm-hmm. So those are all, and if you and then you can order the teacup doggy.
Oh, that's cheating. The teacup doggy.
So anyway, so those are my Matt Bakers, and I just and I bought the majority of these books right when the first Diary Secrets that I bought, and at that time Baker had not taken off, and so I basically then stopped buying everything else and concentrated on Matt Baker because had quite a few, and the prices were old prices. They were not cheap, but they were
Mhm.
not what they turned into,
They
like
went
almost.
crazy recently. Just out to lunch.
So
Like, it's crazy.
I love his art so much that I really basically I stopped buying Schomburg, I stopped buying everything else, and I just concentrated on these. And I have more. I have Raws and quite a few more, but I just wanted to give you a good sampling, and that's what I got.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to counter your Baker with Jack Kamen. So I always see Jack Kamen as the leader, and he worked with Baker. He worked with, but wasn't we had a bit of a discussion of that where they came out.
I will tell you
Baker
how
was
the
actually
discussion.
earlier,
I
right?
I will tell you. You were convinced that Cayman was the old dog and Baker was
And
the new
Baker was the
young
young,
kid
yeah.
coming in, and I had to break the news to you
It was the other way
that
around.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's weird because I always feel like Kamen influenced Baker. If you get my drift, I always felt like that, but it could have been the other way around. Because whenever you see a lot of the early covers, it was always Kamen was that did the covers first, and then later on they brought Baker in to do the covers in a lot of the titles. Like if you look at JoJo or a lot of the jungly ones for Fox. So that's where it comes from. That you know where I was thinking that was came in first, then Baker. But yeah, is Kirby considered Golden Age? He's considered more silver, even though he really did start in the Golden Age.
Well,
He
Simon and Kirby were extensive. So yes,
Yeah.
indeed, he is in the. I also see AG said he picked up some Jack Kamen original art a few weeks back.
Oh wow.
And I
Wait,
say hello to Revolver and I say hi to Allow.
okay. Wait. Oh yes, there we go. And yeah,
Good for you.
congrats. So that's so hopefully you'll be voting accordingly. Um, so,
Hmm.
okay, so let's get into Cayman. Uh, yeah, but Stephen did correct the record with me on that one. So I was trying to give you credit for that, by the way.
Thank you.
Um, so the first one I'm going to start out with is one that was mentioned in the Seduction of the Innocent. And the funny thing is, both Matt Baker and Cayman had a lot of covers that were mentioned in Seduction of the Innocent. Frederick Wortham didn't like either too much. But this one is a great Jack Kamen cover. It's actually Superior, which is a Canadian comic. And
Because the Iger House of Art
review
provided they were the packager for Superior Comics.
Superior, yes. But this one, I just like the way it's done. It's just this beautiful trail. I think this is one where they're stealing her blood or doing something horrible to this poor girl. Um, and yeah, it's just a classic cover.
At
So
least she's beautiful and naked for the occasion.
exactly, yeah. So I thought that was a fun one to bring. Um, the other one I brought, and this one I think we both like. I'm not sure if this is your favorite of the run, but there was a run of Blue Beetle where there was just like good girl art after good girl art covers, and I forgot where it started. I think like in the late in the 40 something issue to like the 50 something issue. It was like a run of about 10 to 12 books, right?
Correct.
Blue. And this is one of the ones that I thought was a really great Good Girl art cover.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Look at her name is Black Lace, and
Black
I
lace,
couldn't understand why. But you'll notice it's
black
black
lace
lace,
with the,
and then she has a piece of black lace holding her breasts together.
yes, this is a very headlight
It's
cover.
brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and I love superheroes haven't learned a very basic thing. There's things called doors. They always are jumping through windows. They're always like flying through the windows. I don't know why they do that. But this is also one of those ones where it's a mirror thing. I think this is a mirror going on in the background, and we see him jumping through a
We
window.
are seeing what she is seeing. It's
Yeah,
really, really well done.
yeah, it's very cool.
He
Very,
does this. He does this
he
often
does
too.
this often. You're going to see this kind of trope again on the list, but this one I just I thought it was a great headlight cover. Um, Now, another thing that I really like in the Golden Age are the bondage covers. Um, Sometimes bondage is not done with rope, though. Sometimes it's done with animals. Um, so this one, if I can ever get it out, it's stuck. Okay, is JoJo, and we got some snake bondage.
Wow.
And this is a Cayman cover. I just um, so the reason I thought there was an influence between the two is just the
Well,
way her hair is done.
her face is just a little bit different, and JoJo has a straight blade, and that led me to
This
believe.
is actually denoted as a Cayman cover.
Okay, because I was going to say, I bet you that
It looks like
Baker
Baker, but
helped. No, Baker helped with the face and hair. There's no doubt about that. The
yeah.
rest of it is totally Cayman, but that face and hair, that is Baker,
Mm.
in my opinion.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's supposed to be all Cayman pencils and inks. So, but yeah,
You see what I mean, though.
yeah, I do see it. We were debating about that one before the show. This one we know is fully Cayman. Another cool
Oh
book.
boy, the Jane Russell cover.
The Jane
Wow.
Russell cover, and I like the little fuzzy, the flip,
Pom
fuzzy
poms, yeah.
pom poms on the slippers. This one is a a classic one where she's in bondage again. Again, he loves the trope of the mirror. You can see it in the back, where you see the hero. He's coming towards them, not from the back but from the front, and you got the
She's
money.
seeing him. She is looking at him coming in.
Exactly.
her
Yeah.
bodice her bodice is barely there covering Jane Russell. It's just what a great cover.
Mm. And I like how her leg is like kind of like pointed toes and stuff. I
Oh
just
yeah, with the nice turn of the ankle.
yes. So yeah. So
Beautiful. That's a beautiful book.
and I'll show back cover just because you showed the puppy. Okay.
Stay away from open flames with that.
Exactly. Oh yes.
Rayon, you know.
Oh, Rayon. Yeah, it's even worse. Okay, this is another great Cayman cover. You'll notice a lot of jungle ones. And this was one where we can't see the face that well, but uh, you always tell me about the trope that one of the things that you can recognize Cayman is with the animals having human faces and the curved blade on the daggers. So
Very distinctive. But you'll notice her face and her hair do not have the same life like that previous one.
I
If
know,
you look at the hair of the previous one, you have to say
but
that's Baker.
there are some Cayman covers that have
That are close. They're
that
close.
hair
It's
going
hard to
on.
tell. They were hand and glove.
You're it's not bondage if you're not tough. She's just laying there. Well, it's bondage. Um, so yeah, so that's my next one. So that's we got 5 more to go.
Thank you, Phil.
And then we got I just like cat fight covers. This one's another great Cayman one. Um,
The cat, the panther.
you can see the face
You
on
can
that
just
one.
see they you can always tell. Sometimes it's really really obvious, but again, she has the curved blade and the
Mhm.
way the hair is it. That is classic Cayman. Totally classic Cayman.
And you can see the way the hair is done. This is something that we both notice. The hair is not quite as vibrant or like moving around and
Wavy, yeah.
maybe as the Bakers, but this one still is another little bit of bondage. Other thing that I find with Cayman versus Baker, if you like bigger boobs, you're getting them with Cayman. His girls are a little bit more full in the chest area. More headlights, brighter beams. How about that? Okay. And then switching back again to Blue Beetle, we got this one. And this one I always pair with another book that I will be showing. We got Blue Beetle, the proportions on this are a little weird. The girl looks like a giant, and the guy
No,
looks.
it's she's in the foreground. See
I
this
get that,
this.
but this guy who's about to stab her, he looks very tiny compared to
Oh gosh, I know what you're going to show. Oh boy, that's going to be tough. Thank you.
her.
I know what's coming.
Yeah, and Kim Yunan says he's a fan of brighter beams.
Yes, high beams are definitely more fun.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and then here's another one I really enjoy. Another
Oh
Zoot one.
boy, that's a great book.
Yeah, I just again I love the bondage covers, so you'll notice that I show them a lot. This one you got the snake pit, you got the bondage, you got the the girl just being
Well,
you
no,
know
the Cobra Pit with the gut with the natives with the bones in their noses, pygmies with
yeah.
bones in their noses, and she is totally in bondage, hanging out all over.
Hmm.
The ants have eaten away at the branch. She's about to fall into the Cobra Pit. I
Hmm.
mean, it is really what a great cover. Truly one of the best.
Hmm. Yeah, I do like that one a lot. I was so happy when I won that book. I got it for half FMV too, which was I was like shocked. Nobody at the bidding just randomly stopped. I was like, oh, okay, I won it. Cool. Um, and I had to show the disappearing bra one. I kind of just this is one like when I thought came in first book I grabbed actually. I just love this book. Um, so yeah, this is the one that came in and mentioned that he wanted to see ones where the girls are topless. Well, this is kind of that. The bra is off here on there. The other thing that you recently told me about is that she's actually the reflection is actually coming out of the mirror, which is interesting. I never noticed that until you mentioned it. And again, you can see the curved blade on the guy coming together.
It has the whole thing. The other
And it's a
trick
gray
thing,
caboose one. So this combat's your caboose one.
it
This is
looks
my
like
caboose one.
it looks like she polished and buffed her fanny to have that nice bright illumination, but her left foot is absolutely shrunken. It's very amusing. If
Yeah,
you look at her foot,
her feet are like this foot is just like
her left foot is like it's like almost gone. What
it's
happened?
really tiny foot. So yeah.
It's fun. It's really fun.
Okay, and obviously, I sort of hinted at it, and I gotta kind of have the twin for it. This is kind of one of the grails for
Kind of.
Allan.
I think that is his that's his best one, I think. I
Hmm.
mean, he's got a lot of really good ones.
Yeah, I
But
always
this
like.
one, it's Janet Leigh. I mean, it's Janet Leigh totally from Psycho.
Hmm.
It's her. I mean, the actress. What year is this again?
This is 48. 48.
48. She looked just like that when in her youth. And that cover has everything going for it in my mind.
The things that I like about it is her dress is torn. Something's happened to her. She's disheveled.
They've
Uh,
had their way with her.
and you got her like she's like attached to the radiator. It's kind of known as the radiator cover. You got her tapping SOS with this
With the
horseshoe.
cuffs, I think, or a horseshoe. I think it
Yeah, it
is a
looks like a
horseshoe.
horseshoe. Yeah, and it's just such a classic cover. This one is one that it's hard to get the dress where it's this deep green. Usually they're a little bit more faded looking. So I bought this one based on the color I want that deeper green. So yeah, I just really like this one.
That is just a beautiful book.
So those are my 10. So we both showed some pretty awesome books.
Beautiful books, man. Beautiful
Um,
books.
I'm going to drop the voting line. So you're going to choose, just write Stephen or Allan. Keep it simple because if you write the artists, then it'll get really confusing. Stephen showed some great Matt Baker. I showed some great Kamen. You guys pick which ones you want. I'm going to put the voting line down now and you guys can vote. So I think that was a pretty good battle. You kind of held back a little bit on the Matt Baker. You could have shown some pretty big ones.
I wanted to show a little bit different.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, what did AG say here? Baker, Warmaker, Stephen, impressive showing. Okay,
I think you're going to win.
No, he voted you there.
No, I know, but look down below.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, there's a lot of people here, so this is going to be close. I see a lot of Stevens.
But after all of this is said and done, the chance that we had to show you four really good artists
Yeah, and
and
show
give you
some
a sample
work.
of their work was the main purpose. Allan likes to put in a little competition, a la Biggie Shack, and
Okay. So AG was trying to like sway the judges.
thanks, Aubrey.
Well, not thanks, there, Aubrey. If you're going to sway the judges against me, um, so I think it's going to be close.
9-7 stepper.
I think you won both rounds.
Well, I'll tell you, it's
Oh
very
no, it's
close.
9-8 now. It's really
Okay,
close.
thanks,
Um,
Biggie.
we got to get a couple more votes in, and then we'll stop it. Two more votes for Allan, and then we'll. But yeah, I mean, it's always good to see these artists, and I think it's. Oh wait, no, Allan won. Who's voting? Who's counting here? So yeah, but oh, Susie cheated. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so it's okay. You can just vote for me. Stephen didn't really show anything.
That's all right, Armando.
um, so yeah, so I don't know. I think it was fun. We might do this again sometime.
Lao says Dominion voting machines.
Well, yeah, Dominion voting machines. We have to count in the votes that come in at midnight or whatever it is, or 3 in
Oh,
the morning.
8-8. Okay, we'll let you guys continue the count, and we'll wait for the final disposition. But I think and I mean this sincerely.
It was a
Um,
close battle.
I think that the thing is, if you have L.B. Cole, Matt Baker, Jack Kamen,
Mm-hmm.
and Alex Schomburg, I mean, this is the whole. These are four of the
Oh,
um, top golden age.
okay. So Kim Union says I. So maybe it's a tie then. That's actually I prefer that. Where we each win one round. So yeah.
I think that's great. Well
Um,
done. Good competition,
good
Allan. I mean,
competition.
you
I
showed.
like what you showed.
I saw where you were going with Cayman. I went, oh, I don't.
I
I
know.
knew I was.
I,
I
I
was showing. I'm
I'm
showing St.
I'm one of those
John's.
people that's like really obvious what I'm going to show. I'm going to bring out like big
But
guns every time,
well,
but
the thing is that those Blue Beetles, those Cayman Blue Beetles,
are really good.
are, if you're after good girl comics, those are really of the top good girl.
Mhm.
I mean,
That's a
naughty good girl
that's a
covers
run I'd
there are.
love to own. Just that Blue Beetle run. I think it's just such a great run.
If you were going to do one, just if you like Cayman, I mean, if you like what Cayman does, that's the other on good girl covers. I mean, you look behind me, I've got the Eisner. I mean, I have there are
Mm-hmm.
others that that are also very good artists. But for the first four in our competition, but well done, Allan. The Cayman books you chose were outstanding.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so thanks everyone for hanging out with us. If you guys want to see more of these competitions, tell us in the comments. Make a comment in the thing below if you want us to do more of these competitions. You know, it's funny. Both of us probably have the same books. It's like we're basically pulling out the
Oh,
same
you're
book.
showing that one. Oh, you're
Oh,
showing that one.
okay, yeah. It's like okay, and
You know what you didn't do tonight that I thank you so much for? Do you
oh
know what I
no,
want to thank you for?
me doing something good for once.
No,
Okay,
no, no,
go
no.
ahead.
You did not say a
I
phrase
have that.
tonight.
I was,
You didn't see,
I actually
you
was.
didn't
There
say
was
that
so
once
many
tonight.
times.
Thank you.
No, the funny thing is, I actually did say that in a weird way. At the very end, I said we were showing the books that we both have.
Yes, but
Did
that
I?
was not I have that. There's a
Okay.
difference because it's instead of I, it was we, and I like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do that. Actually, that still works because if somebody's showing a book, then I can say we have that every time, and then that will get annoying too for you. and then you'll go.
For me, no, it won't be annoying. It's not. It's not annoying. But everybody, thank you so much for coming and watching us. And we look forward to doing it again next Monday. And we look forward to seeing you on Friday.
Yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out with us. If you haven't already, I think JSS has dropped the voting thing over at the CBC Awards. Please, go over there and
Bleecker, best drinking game ruined.
yeah, see, people like when I say I have that. I think it's fun. People like it.
Biggie says
It's my catchphrase.
the final count is 9-8, Allan.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I won that round,
You,
and I think you
I
won
felt
the.
that you won it. I really
I
do.
think
I
you
felt
won the previous run, so 9-8 too. So it's kind
a
of
tie is nice.
yeah, it's beautiful. Okay. So thanks everyone. Bye for now.